Well, if you're in a car or a motorcycle or a trucking accident, the same tips apply. I mean, the first thing that you want to do if you've been in an accident is you want to take pictures of the vehicles at the scene of the crash before they're moved. A lot of times, insurance companies get to take over the defense of the cases. They get to run the entire show. So what you need to make sure that you do is you have a record of how the crash took place, and the placement of the vehicles and the pictures of the property damage are massively important to making sure that if somebody changes their story or tries to skew things or spin things, that you can show that that's not correct. The next thing you want to do is get the names and information of any witnesses who may have seen what happened. One of the ways that insurance companies try to spin cases against you, and the way to counter that really is to have witnesses. So what you want to do is you want to get their names, you want to get their phone numbers, you want to get any information you can regarding these people who saw what happened. A lot of these people will stop for a minute. Maybe you have to kind of flag somebody down who's passing by slowly, who saw what happened. Just get their information really quickly, and then we can contact them to make sure that we convey to the insurance company accurately what happened. I mean, they'll have defense lawyers who will try to spin facts, spin information. Their job is to save their client, the insurance company's money. So we want to make sure we can counter that, and one of the best ways to do it is with witnesses. The next thing that you would need to do is get checked out if you're injured. You want to get checked out by the paramedics. You want to make sure the police is called. You never want to get into an accident and not call the police and wait for them to show up and write a report. Very, very important. You also want to make sure that as you get checked out by the paramedics, that you are actually telling them everywhere you're hurting. Now keep in mind, when people get into accidents, the pain is going to get worse over time because you have muscle swelling, muscle spasm. It takes the body time to actually adjust or kind of like start to feel the ramifications of what happened. So you want to make sure that you follow up with in an emergency room. You want to make sure you get that treatment there. You want to make sure they check you out. They will also give you some medications that can make you feel better and lessen the effect of any long-term consequences of the accident. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you call an attorney. The reason for calling an attorney is that you don't want to deal directly with insurance companies, even for the property damage, rental car. You certainly don't want to talk to the other side's insurance. All of these people are going to try to do everything they can do to lessen the payout they will have to make in your case. They will play tricks. I've seen property damage adjusters play dirty tricks by asking people to get things out of the glove compartment of their car or clean out the trunk of their car, and as they're reaching in to get it, knowing these people are in pain and hurting, they will take a picture and then try to make it look like the person's not hurt. Because you can't see pain on a photograph, but they're going to try to spin it. Oh, they didn't have any trouble getting into their glove compartment. Now, you'll be able to turn around and say, yes, I was. I told him I was in pain, and I told him it was hurting to do that, but he didn't want to start touching my possessions or objects. It was against policy. But it doesn't really matter. You want to avoid that problem, period. The next thing that you would need to do, and what can protect you by hiring a lawyer, is we can handle all that for you. Therefore, you don't have to worry about the insurance adjusters playing dirty tricks, playing games to try to hurt you and help their company. Anything we say can't be used against you. Anything you tell an insurance company or adjuster can and will be used against you down the line. So we want to make sure that we can be a buffer so that that doesn't occur. Another thing that you need to do is make sure you get doctors who will treat accident victims. A lot of doctors don't want to treat accident victims. Therefore, we can give you a list of doctors who will do that, who will do a great job giving you care, make sure you have the right testing, and making sure you get well. That's the ultimate goal, is your physical health. I mean, I have clients who get 100% better, and that's fine. I have clients who have long-term problems, right? And the doctors will have to make that determination. The lawyers cannot do that. And the last thing I would probably tell you is to take down any social media sites. That's one of the ways insurance companies and their lawyers will try to spin anything you say, any photographs you have there. They will try to use photographs against you that took place before the crash took place, innocuous comments that you make, places you go, things you do. Those are the kinds of things they will try to use against you. So it's best just to take down your social media sites, to not give the other side any ammunition against you at all.